Good morning. In today's globally integrated markets, we all know that contagion spreads instantly. Assets co-move in ways that simply defy historical patterns. So, the fundamental question for every single asset owner is, how do you navigate this? Over the next 10 minutes, we're going to walk through the AI IntelliCore platform, an institutional-grade solution designed to answer that very question. So, here's our agenda. We'll start by framing the core portfolio challenge. Then I'll introduce our new risk paradigm and the deep credentials behind it. From there, we'll cover our value proposition, take a really deep dive into the platform itself, and then finally, discuss the next steps for integrating this into your own workflow.
Okay, let's dive right in. The strategic problem facing every institutional asset owner today is one of ever-increasing complexity and, frankly, unforeseen correlation.
And this really is the fundamental question, isn't it? In markets where contagion can spread instantaneously, and assets co-move in ways that completely defy historical modeling, your traditional risk tools have proven to be insufficient. They simply fail to capture the non-linear dynamics that define modern financial turbulence.
Well, this failure of traditional models demands a new paradigm. Our solution, the platform you'll find at finturb.com, was engineered from the ground up for precisely this environment.
And let's be absolutely clear, this platform wasn't built in some academic lab. It is the culmination of 3 decades of empirical research and, even more critically, hands-on crisis management. It institutionalizes the hard-won knowledge that's been forged in the fire of real-world market events.
We approach you not as vendors, but as peers. Our team has managed significant institutional capital through the very same market turmoil our platform is designed to navigate. Our methodology was truly forged in the crises you see on this timeline, from the Asian crisis and Russian default in the late 90s, right through the collapse of LTCM, the Great Financial Crisis, the European debt crisis, and of course, most recently, the COVID-19 pandemic. Every single one of these events was a stress test that sharpened our tools and refined our entire approach.
And the team behind all of this? We're talking about over 150 years of combined, senior-level experience in quantitative finance and institutional risk management.
This isn't just academic theory. Our team has directly managed or advised on over $200 billion in assets for clients just like you, pension funds, sovereign institutions. We understand your fiduciary responsibilities because we've shared them.
And all of this practical experience is underpinned by uncompromising academic rigor, with advanced degrees from the world's leading institutions, as you can see right here.
So, what is the distinct advantage we deliver to you as an institutional asset owner? How do we really translate all this experience into tangible value for your portfolio?
Our core mission is simple. It's to democratize the kind of proprietary intelligence and analytical tools that have until now really been the exclusive domain of just a handful of elite hedge funds. We are leveling the playing field.
And we deliver this through a true enterprise-grade partnership. The platform was built from its very inception as an institutional solution. We provide bespoke analytics tailored to your specific portfolio. We ensure seamless integration into your existing enterprise workflows, and we back it all with dedicated consultancy and support from our team of experts. Okay, let's now move to a guided tour of the platform's core components. This is where you can see our methodology put into practice.
We'll begin with our flagship tool for market regime assessment, the Financial Turbulence Barometer, or FTI. This dashboard gives you a dynamic, quantitative measure of the risk appetite in the market.
Now, the FTI is not just one number. It's really an ensemble signal. We calculate it using 4 distinct and robust covariance models, which you see listed here. So why 4? Because any single model has blind spots. By combining them using techniques like Ledoit-Wolff shrinkage and robust covariance, we create a much more reliable signal. We ensure we're not just looking at a statistical artifact. This allows us to accurately identify true risk-on and risk-off environments, which is absolutely critical for dynamic exposure scaling. And what's really interesting here is how we make this regime analysis actionable. If you take a look at the table, you'll notice the Markov chain probabilities. In that first row, for example, you can see the precise, data-driven likelihood of the market transitioning from its current risk-on state to either a neutral or risk-off state. This enables truly proactive, probabilistic risk management, not reactive decision-making. So what's the bottom line? The FTI gives you a fundamentally superior view of risk. We all know that conventional VAR models tend to fail precisely when you need them most, during periods of real stress.
Our framework, on the other hand, is explicitly designed to capture the nonlinear interactions, the stress sensitivities, and the abrupt regime shifts that VAR misses. It gives you a much clearer picture of your portfolio's true vulnerabilities.
We complement this with our Financial Fragility Dashboard. This quantifies systemic risk using the absorption ratio, a proprietary measure of market interconnectedness. We then decompose this into two critical underlying factors, F1, which captures broad risk aversion, and F2, which reflects inflation and real asset dynamics. This allows for incredibly granular stress testing. You can see precisely how your portfolio would react not just to market risk, but specifically to a spike in risk aversion or a sudden inflation shock.
Now, this is not just about top-down risk management. Our suite also provides incredibly powerful tools for security selection. So let's look at the Research Analytics and Trading Opportunities dashboard. We call it RADO, which is designed to surface high-conviction ideas.
As you look at the interface here, the key metric I want you to focus on is the proprietary opportunity score, right there in the second column. This is not a simple indicator. It's a composite score that synthesizes a whole battery of statistical tests. It incorporates the Z-score for propensity to mean revert, momentum indicators like RSI, volatility measures like Bollinger %B, all while integrating a forward-looking risk metric, the conditional value at risk, or CVAR. This allows you to rank opportunities across ETFs, equities, commodities, and currencies on a true like-for-like, risk-adjusted basis.
And this really illustrates its function perfectly. The RADO methodology condenses an immense volume of market data down into a focused, manageable list of high-conviction ideas. Think of it as a powerful quantitative filtering tool that complements and enhances your existing fundamental research process.
The final component we'll review is our unscripted AI agent. This is where we institutionalize our 150 years of collective human expertise into a flexible, dynamic, and tirelessly operating analytical tool. Let's walk through a practical use case. An analyst on your team inputs a query directly into the interface. Something like, stress test our real asset allocation against the F2 financial fragility factor. The AI agent then gets to work, synthesizing decades of market data and our entire institutional knowledge base. In seconds, it delivers a PhD-level analysis, identifying specific vulnerabilities and suggesting potential hedges. I mean, think about that. A process that would normally take a team of analysts hours, if not days, is completed in seconds.
So to bring this all together, the AI IntelliCore platform isn't some theoretical model. It is an empirically validated, crisis-tested suite of institutional-grade tools.
These are the core proof points. 3 decades of empirical validation. Over $200 billion in assets overseen by our team. A methodology tested and refined through 5 major financial crises. An academic rigor provided by PhDs from the world's most demanding institutions.
This brings us to our final point, how you can integrate these powerful capabilities into your own investment process. We invite you to visit finturb.com or to contact our team directly for a bespoke consultation. We can demonstrate exactly how these tools can be customized and integrated into your workflow to help you enhance risk-adjusted returns and protect against the unique challenges of today's markets. Thank you for your time.